guys, welcome back to my channel. We're on a great day. In today's video I'm going to be filming my book review of It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is the second book in the It Ends With Us series. So I read It Ends With Us a couple of years ago I think, and I also did a review on that, so I will leave the link to that video in the description below. This review of this book will contain spoilers, so if it's something you haven't read or don't want to know anything about in depth to an extent of potentially ruining the book for you, then please don't watch the rest of this video. Just a warning for you. So, taking a look at the book, I do have it in the hardback. It kinda does have a reflection in the cover a wee bit. Stunning cover. I love the fact the pages are yellow as well. I just think it's a nice extra. And the book, obviously, as you can see, is a lovely kind of pool shape, pool coloured blue. I was going to say pool shape, but you know what I mean. It took me about a week and a bit to get through this. I did kind of tell myself to read a certain amount of pages each night, and to be honest I feel like that's worked for me. What so you don't know if you've noticed some like the wee sticky labels, sticky notes, what do you call them, sticky notes or something, I've done surgery. So my book was like full of sticky notes, and basically I gave myself a time period of what I wanted to finish this book in, read an X amount, like, so I think it was like read 45 pages a night. So if I had a really busy day and was like don't have time to read, I would always make a point of just, even if it's before bed or whatever, reading the 45 pages just so I knew that I would finish this book in time of my own deadline. Before I talk about how I felt, obviously the rating, I'm sure you all want to know the rating. I want to give this book 5 stars. Personally, I know this is a controversial book for a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't like it and felt there was no need for the book to be released or whatever. I personally think this book did need to be published just to show the effects of life after a domestic violence relationship and how it affects everyone, not just the person in the relationship. I did take a few notes on my phone because I wanted to talk about it. So page 112 was obviously Marshall telling Lily how that Alyssa had cheated when she was 19 with some drunken guy at the bar. It was just a kiss, but she still cheated on him, and that broke Marshall, and I thought that was, Lily really needed to hear that at that point, but to do with like how Ryle just thought he could get away with anything regardless, even though Lily's intentions were always Emerson or Amy or whatever. But yeah, I'm so glad that Colleen felt the need to write more about Lily and Atlas and give them their happy ending. I feel like it was so deserved. I did actually put on my Instagram what I thought of the book, because obviously I had just finished it last night, and I thought I need to do this review tonight or I will not remember what I want to talk about in it. So basically on Instagram I put up, I adored this book so much it felt like home. I genuinely love Atlas Corrigan with my whole heart. What a man. I'm so glad it was published, showing the after effects of a domestic violence relationship and the impacts it has on general everyday life, and I am forever grateful to Colleen Hoover, who decided to give Atlas and Lily the happily ever after that they deserve. And 5 stars, I absolutely love it. So I put that on my Instagram, and basically also I was listening to some music when I was reading, and the song that played, I was like, that actually reminds me of this book, and I don't know why, but basically the song is called Work Song by Hosier. So if you want to listen to that, that's basically, I felt like that just associated with Atlas for me, and I don't know why I felt like that, but I felt like that. Yeah, I love this book. I absolutely love it. And do you know, I love the thing where the author puts the title of the book in the actual book. That for me was incredible. I took a picture of a few of my favourite quotes, so I will find them right now for you. Well, I took literally, wait a minute, 13 photos of this book, of like some of my favourite bits. So I want to read some of it to you. Basically what I was talking about with the sticky notes is basically I did this, so as you can see, and basically was like, read this, read that, read that, basically just so that I can try and make sure that I get as much of my TBR this year read as possible. That's basically why I did that. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I loved the part on page 99 when they were talking about their honeymoon, and like Atlas was like, where would you go? if like when their honeymoon came, and it was like Paris, Rome, London. I have no desire to sit on a hot beach somewhere. I want to see all the romantic places in Europe and make love in every city and take pictures kissing in front of the Eiffel Tower. I want to eat croissants and hold hands in trains. And I was like, oh, the dream, the dream. I love Atlas. I love Atlas so much. I liked this bit in page 130 where he was like, Lily, life is a funny thing. We only get so many years to live it, so we have to do everything we can to make sure those years are as full as they can be. We shouldn't waste time on things that might happen someday or maybe even never. And I think that is so true, because I think we all focus on things that are like, but what if this happens? But also, what if it doesn't happen? And we worry about things that might never even happen. So I loved that bit in the book. Another bit was like, a bit that made me laugh actually was when Lily showed up at Atlas's house and he went, are you thirsty? And she went, yes, I'm thirsty and I'm hungry. Why else would I show up at a chef's house? I mean, that was just fantastic, to be honest. And I just love how Atlas worshipped the ground that Lily walked on. Like, that is something we all dream of. Like, we just, I don't think my love for Atlas can be portrayed any other way. I can't say it enough, I'm being honest with you. But loved that when they were talking about that, and then they were talking like mental notes of how the timestamps of things that they wanted to happen. So like honeymoon, wedding, well I should have said wedding, honeymoon, but you know what I mean. And he's like, how long before I can propose and how long before you move in? And I was like, I just love it, because he's been ready for all his life kind of thing, but he didn't think he was worthy enough of loving her. And I was like, cry. It was great when Lily was trying to like compliment Atlas, and Atlas was like laughing. He was going, you try to flirt with me? And Lily went, yes. And then he's like, I don't need compliments, you're naked and in my bed, not much else you need to do, you won me over years ago. I loved it so much. It was so great. And I'm trying to think whereabouts in this bit and he's like, I can't get enough of her, and I was like, my heart. And then he was like, the feelings for her were amplified more now from when they were younger, like when they were teenagers, how they'd been through so much. Because listen to this, my favourite quote of the entire book, right? I want her near me every day because I feel absolutely unfulfilled on the days I can't see her. Why am I literally nearly crying? This is incredible. And I love Theo and how Theo was his therapist. I absolutely loved that so much. And then, wait a minute, where's the... And see, even though how much of a rubbish life Atlas had and how his mum didn't care, and the fact that Atlas still took Josh on with him being his younger brother and just basically like would die for Josh. And I was like, Atlas, what a man you are, because that's incredible. The fact that he still wanted to let Josh make his own decisions and whether he wants Tim to be a part of his life, and he still drove that journey to Tim's house, and then Josh was like, take me home, and kind of flip him off, and I was like, yes. It was so great. I loved the book, and I know I keep saying that November 9th is my favourite my favourite Colleen Hoover book is November 9th, but I did only give it a 4-star, but I only gave that 4 stars because I felt the ending was rushed. I feel like we could have done a bit more chapters and then they would have been fine, and that would have made it a 5-star, but I loved the plot, I loved the concept of it all. But to be fair, I have only read 3 of Colleen Hoover's books, one being November 9th, It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us, so I do need to read more. I have got Layla on my TBR for this year by her, so hopefully read that soon. But yeah, see at the end of the book when it's like, it's my wish for you to be my fish, and I was like, I love it so much. I don't think I can say how much I love it. What book do I prefer? Now that is it's a tricky one because I feel like both were needed for different reasons, of course. However, I loved reading this and just getting to see the kind of life after Lily was strong enough to divorce Ryle, and they've been through so much, and I'm so glad that Colleen Hoover did write It Starts With Us and felt the need for more Lily and Atlas. I definitely needed more Lily and Atlas, and I was so sad finishing this book last night because I was like, did not want it to end. I'm so glad that we got this book. I know I've repeated myself 500 times, but I genuinely can't explain my love for this novel. It is controversial, and also I like the fact that that was a part in the book as well. Yeah, I'm very, very happy that I got the chance to read this novel and dive right into more of Lily and Atlas's life together. I did think halfway through reading it though, I was like, oh my goodness, what if Lily falls pregnant with Atlas's kid at the end of the book, but then they get married at the end, and I was like, I can't. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy, but I'm so sad that the book's finished and I don't have anything else of Lily and Atlas anymore. But time to move on to my next novel, and with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and opinion on It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to smash the thumbs up button, comment down below if you've read it, what was your favourite, what did you rate it, let me know all the gossip on your opinion. And the book, obviously. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the wee bell notification so you don't miss any time that I do upload, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!